Hello, computer apps people. I'll be out all week, so ideally you could kind of wrap up graphic design projects here and finish up a lot of things while I'm gone. So I put together this list of to-do list, so to speak, of things that we need to do before we move on next week into our next unit, which will be video editing. So before MEA break, we started a text brush portrait assignment. I'll remind you where that is in a second. The next logical thing to do would be checking in for missing assignments, check your grades in Schoology, get caught up. To wrap up any of our units, we kind of do two steps. We take all of our projects from that unit, first upload them into a folder in Google Drive. Easiest way to do that is to just open a new tab in your browser, go to Google Drive, make a new folder, maybe called graphic design if you haven't already, and just drag and drop from your desktop all of the projects into that folder. Doesn't mean you need to add every file into that folder, but every kind of final project that you've made into Google Drive. And then I will review how to use Google Sites or your Google site, kind of upload your projects out there as well. If you get all that done, you could tackle that smoke brush extra credit assignment if you haven't given that a stab yet. It's similar to our text brush portrait assignment, so all of you should be able to take that one on at this point with the level of Photoshop knowledge you now have. And then after that, I would just encourage you to play around in Photoshop. You can search YouTube for other fun tutorials. It's adult toys, so have fun creating things. When I get back next Monday, hopefully, we'll be immediately kind of clearing our stations, getting new seats, and switching gears into a new unit. So I'll expect that you get through all this stuff this week. It's more than enough time, really, but without my help, for some people, that might take the whole week. So specifically, where else all this stuff, text brush portrait assignment, or all your Photoshop projects are now located in this folder here. Formatives and summatives, all stacked up here, including the extra credit. I already talked about Google Drive. Quick review on your sites. If you go to sites.google.com, the last step is to upload things from your drive and post them to your website. Let's see, if I just go to google.com, I can get there. So I go to Google. Already talked about Google Drive. That's your first step. And then next step is we go to Google Sites, which is where? Sites.google.com. So you should have your computer apps project site that is underway. Just reviewing real quick how to get your documents up into the site. So you should have made a subpage way at the beginning of the year for graphic design. So you want to go to your Pages tab and click Graphic Design. Then it's up to you how you want to display all this content, but all of that happens through the Insert tab here. Once it's in your Google Drive, the nice thing is you can just access those files from this spot here, or you could, if you still have them on your computer desktop, you could just upload them directly through the Images function here as well. And then those will just display on your page. You can stretch them to however big or small that you want and organize them how you wish. And you'd probably want to add some text boxes as well, just describing each project, kind of what you learned in each project. Remember, this Google site is designed to be a digital portfolio, a digital resume, so to speak. So it's good to kind of show off your stuff and also describe what you learned in the project. So that's what I have on tap for you folks. Don't waste the week, because next week we roll on into the next thing with or without you. So you'd be a fool to sit around and putz for 5 days and then suddenly have to have your hair on fire trying to catch up next week. As it's mid-semester, we're switching seats, we're deleting everything. So use this time. I was gonna have you folks wrapped up in 2 days if I was going to be there, but with 5 days will be more than enough time for you folks to get everything done. Email me if you have any questions.